So today the topic which I have chosen is based on my personal experience, is that how to prepare for a CA exams. Since I have been into this profession almost 16, 17 years now, and I'm daily basis getting a lot of questions and queries from the students, those who are working either with me or related to my family members, that a lot of people are trying for this profession. They have completed their 50% of the journey, but they are not able to clear 50%. And the reason which I personally believe and what I have experienced I'm going to share is that the most of the candidates either they cleared the first thing which I would like to share is that our profession is totally different from the other professions, because in other professions the entry is very simple, and then the exit they have is also not that difficult. But in CA profession, the entry is very simple, but the exit portion is very, very difficult, because the pass percentage of our profession is less than 10%, which has been conducted half yearly by the institute. So the students, the queries which they normally have is that how we should prepare for the CA examination, so that we will be able to manage their training also along with the studies and all. So I would like to highlight the couple of things over here, that first of all, that when you are started, the first thing to clear the CA examination is your articleship or the training period, because here you get the practical knowledge which you need to be implemented in your examination. This IPCC level is a training level where the students along with the studies will be able to clear their exams, because there is no training involved into it. But once you clear your IPCC level or the intermediary level, you actually enter this profession. And when you enter this profession, you have 3 years with you, to reach to a level of the final examination, where you need to really perform to let the institute or the council that you are capable to enter into this profession as a qualified person. So in 3 years, probably there is year 1, 2, 3, how you have to start, how you have to reach to a level where you feel like that you will be capable of enough, if you will be able to clear your final exams, to contribute to the society as a qualified professional chartered accountant. So the year 1, you can start your studies from day 1, like the year 1 when you join anywhere else, or in your city or outside the city, or any of the training part or something. The first thing you need to keep it in your mind is that you need to start your studies from day 1. And to be honest, the difference between our training and the training which the other professionals like doctors and engineers have, the only difference is that the doctors and engineers, they do the yearly internship only, and they normally study and they give their examinations and clear it. But in CA profession, the examination time is 3 years with you, which is not there on a yearly basis. And the second thing is that you have to work like an employee from day 1 with the CA firm or anything, where they treat you as a trainee, but the kind of profile you are supposed to handling is not less than the proper job which you are supposed to handle. So that year 1, 2, 3 training, which teaches you in a slowly, gradually to bring you to a level, so that when you are prepared for your final examinations, by the practical knowledge, you will be in a position that if you will be able to clear your exams, you will be able to contribute to the industry or to the profession, that now you are ready to perform your duties as a chartered accountant. So the thing is that the students, where they normally get confused, that how do they start, and sometimes they say that, sir, we are not able to manage our studies along with our the training period and all. We didn't get a time to study and all. So my only contribution and my only experience which I would like to share with them is that you don't have to study too much in these 3 years. Try to concentrate more on work. But yes, if you are very disciplined and systematic in studying, then I think 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening, and on Sundays particularly, if you contribute enough time, then I am 100% sure that by the time you will going to come to your examination level, you will be sufficient enough to have it, to prepare yourself that you will be eligible to give the final examinations. These days, a lot of things has been changed. A lot of webinar systems has been started, so you don't have to travel too much for coachings or anywhere. You can sit anywhere, take a webinar sessions. But my first things which I need to teach to the student is that don't go for any coaching or webinars unless and until you have completed your course as a self-study first. The institute give their material. You first 1.5 year, you should go through that material, understand what you gain, what you did not gain. If you find your weakness that you are not competent enough for the particular subject, then you're supposed to go and take the coaching or take a webinar of that session. Now the biggest difficulty which these days the students are facing, that's a race going on, that if my friend is giving both the groups, I should also supposed to give both groups and all. But I must say that everybody should know his own capability, experience and practical knowledge, that are you really come up or step up that you will be capable of enough of giving both the groups. I would suggest that you should understand your knowledge, ability, capability, that if you are capable of giving both groups, then you must go ahead. But if you feel that you are not, then it's better you take the one by one step and try to clear both the groups in 2 shots instead of 1 shot. So the only thing I would like to say that regular study, having a good practical knowledge, try to concentrate more on practical knowledge, because these days the CA final examinations are all very high level examinations, all practical knowledge. They are not at a lower level these days. So they test the knowledge of your practical knowledge as well as your presentation skills in the examination, which you must learn in these 3 years. And before the examination, I must say that before 6 months of the examination, you should not go anywhere, no coachings, nothing. At least you should have covered all your course material, so that in the last 6 months you will be in a position to revise your subjects and all, and be ready for the examination. Now there are 8 subjects, so a lot of questions comes, sir, how do we retain all these subjects in our mind, because there is only 1 day gap between all the examinations. So this is what I experimented myself, and which I would like to share with my teammates and my articles also, is that there are a lot of subjects where you need a practical training and where you need a theoretical things. The biggest thing which institute has planned, the most difficult subjects are the direct taxes and indirect taxes, which they have kept as a 7th and 8th exam. So if you're appearing for both the groups, by the time you go and reach the sixth examination, for 7th and 8th, I'm 100% sure your minds will going to be blanked. So how do you have to go about it? The taxation, you have to study every day early in the morning for 2 hours. And the law, 1 day is tax, 1 day is law. These are the 2 typical subjects which you are supposed to keep in your mind. And these 2 subjects you have to study till the time your examination will not be there. So suppose if you have a 7th exam for taxation and you are appearing for 6 exams, you're supposed to study for the 6 exams also, including taxation. Otherwise, I'm 100% sure for 7th or 8th exam, your mind will going to be blanked, and then again the problem will be there. You will not be able to clear these examinations. So I would like to say, be confident in yourself, try to see your ability instead of looking at the race which is going on. It's better you see, otherwise if you stuck up in any of the examination, then these days the institute is very, very particular. They will give more opportunity to the students, those who are coming for the first time instead of the backlog. So all the best to the students. I hope my session will be very good for them to prepare for the C examination.